Good evening. I am Adishwari Ramesh and today I will be showing you on how to do two types of head bandaging. All you need for this technique is a triangular bandage. First, take the base of the bandage and fold or tuck into 2 cm to remove frayed edges. Then, place the tucked part of the bandage and place it on the top of the casualty's eyebrows. Now, you bring the edges to the back and cross once at the back of the head. Pull it tight and bring it all the way to the front, precisely on the forehead to tie off over the eyebrows of the casualty. Tuck in the hanging bandages at the sides and at the back of the head. Make sure your bandaging looks neat and comfortable to the casualty. As for technique 2, you need a roll bandage. First, roll the bandage into 2 sections of rolls. Place the outer part of bandage on the forehead to ease the process of bandaging. Roll the 2 sides of the bandages to the back of the head. Twist it across and bring a roll to the front of the head and another across the head. When the right roll goes vertically, the left roll should be covering the right roll horizontally by placing a grip to hold the entire bandage safely. Roll the both sides of the bandages till the end of the roll. Last but not least, use a pin to merge the both sides of the rolls together. Place the left out or remaining hair of the casualty into the bandage. Make sure the bandaging looks neat and has a tight grip on the casualty's head.
Hi, I'm Nina here. Today I'm going to do eye bandaging. There are 2 types of eye bandaging. So now I'm going to show the first type. Okay, for the first one we have to use triangular bandage. So place it at the injured area and bring it to the front and tie knot at this side. And do it like this so it looks neat. Okay, this is for the first step. Okay, this is for the first type of eye bandaging. Now I'm going to do the second type of bandaging for eye injury. Okay, first place the cotton wool on the injured area. Next, use the cotton bandage to cover the cotton wool. Okay, next use this cotton bandage and roll it by using under the ear and then come up like this. Do it, repeat, or you can know as do it until the bandage finishes. Okay, now pin the end area of the cotton bandage. Make sure your bandaging is neat. Okay, that's all.
I'll be doing 2 types of bandaging, which is one an arm sling, another one is an elevation. First thing, we have to identify the injured arm. So in this case, this is the injured arm. Then what we're going to do is, we're going to ask the patient to actually hold it here, okay? Just for support until we place this. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my triangular bandage and I'm going to put it on the patient. Remember this tip here of the triangular bandage, it will be at the end here. So I'm going to place it like this, okay? Make sure to be gentle, okay? And place this end over here on the shoulder. and this end will be down here. And then you just bring it up like this. Okay, make sure to adjust it well, and then you can ask the patient to actually let go of this arm. Okay, and then what you do is make sure you pull this to the other end here, and it covers up the whole arm. Okay, once it covers up the whole arm, then you start to make a knot. You make a reef knot. Okay, so once that is okay, just ask the patient to let it go, and make sure it covers the whole arm, and then you ask the patient and see whether is the patient's arm okay or not. Whether is it too tight for them? Is it too tight? No. Okay. And then at this part, you just have to twist it like this. Okay, twist it all the way to the end, and then you just put it in there. Okay, and make sure to handle it with care as this part is injured. So this is how you do an arm sling. For the second bandaging, I'm going to be doing an elevation bandage. Okay, so what we need to do first, we need to identify the injured spot, okay, which is this arm here. So we take this injured spot, injured arm, and we place it here, and we ask the patient to hold it. So you hold it down here, please. Okay. Then we're going to take the triangular bandage, and then we're going to place it like this. Okay, make sure this tip, as usual, this tip will be always in this side, towards the injured area. We're going to take this and we're going to place it here, okay, on the other shoulder. Then you're going to push it through here like this. Make sure to do it gently because the patient will be in pain. Okay, and I'm going to take this end and I'm going to put it over here. Alright, and then I'm going to do a reef knot here as well. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this end. Okay, make sure to check and see whether is it okay. Alright, and then I'm going to take this end and I'm going to twist it up like this, all the way to the end. And then I'm going to tuck it inside here. Okay, make sure to adjust it and make sure to ask the patient if the knot is, if the bandaging, is it too tight or is it too tight? No. Okay, so means that one is perfect, or else you have to untighten the knot here.
Hey guys, so now I'm going to explain figure eight technique of ankle bandaging. First off, we open the bandage and lift the patient's foot and wrap from the bottom of the foot. Wrap around for a couple of times. Before we go up around the ankle. Figure eight goes down and around and back of the ankle. Repeat the steps for a couple of times. And the final step is to back up and around, and as we come out, we finish off the process by putting on a safety pin. Hey guys, so now I am going to explain the ankle sprain wrapping technique. Start off by wrapping up the top part of the foot for a couple of times. Not very tight. Make sure the patient is comfortable. Once done wrapping the top part of the foot, we then come down in a round. Give a little tug on the foot and come back up in a round again and come down again. Make sure you repeat the steps for a couple of times before ending the process by putting on a safety pin. Make sure the bandaging is not tight and the patient is comfortable with the bandage.
Coming on to the next type of bandaging, which is forearm bandaging. There are two types of forearm bandaging. The first type is a standard forearm bandaging. The first thing you need is a roll of bandage. Use proper width of roller bandage, which is 5 cm width for forearm bandaging. Place the tail of the bandage above the wounded area, starting from the inner to the outer side of the forearm. Bandage by simple wrap bandaging, starting from the inner to the outer side of the forearm and work up the forearm. Cover 2/3 of the previous layer of bandage with each new turn until the wound area is completely covered. Lastly, finish the roll of bandage with one more straight turn and secure the end of the bandage with the clip provided. The second type of forearm bandaging is lower arm bandage. Starting from the wrist with 2 turns to give you a good hold. Then, bring down between the thumb and across the top of the hand. Do this at least 2 turns and then down over the base of the thumb. Then, proceed going up, covering 2/3 of the previous layer of bandage with each new turn. Repeat this until the wound area is completely covered. Lastly, finish the roll of bandage with one more straight turn and secure the end of the bandage with the clip provided.